children killed and properties destroyed in unusually strong winds in Mombasa.
Uganda is saying it has a deficit of, it has an excess of around 140-something tons. It wants to offload the whole of it to Kenya. Why can't they do business with Rwanda?
Kotu now joins the Uganda sugar deal debate, and Deputy President William Ruto woos Western Kenya this weekend. Good afternoon. My name is Najma Ismail. The move to import cheap sugar from Uganda is an act of economic genocide. These are the words of Central Organization of Trade Union officials who are now demanding that the details of the agreement between Kenya and Uganda on sugar importation be made public. Speaking to journalists this morning, representatives from the Union of Sugar Plantation Workers say that the deal would deny sugarcane workers and farmers of their livelihoods. They want the president to reject the deal and look for other trade options.
Uganda is saying it has a deficit of, it has an excess of around 140-something tons. It wants to offload the whole of it to Kenya. Why can't they do business with Rwanda? Why can't they do business with Burundi? Why not Tanzania? Why are they targeting Kenya? Then there must be a hidden agenda in this issue. And we must make sure that this is properly scrutinized before we agree that this matter has to be accepted. If the president fails to cancel the said deal, we'll be left with no action but to mobilize our members and indeed Kenyans to defend and protect their industries jealously.
We are asking as quickly as yesterday, if there is that agreement which was signed, to be set aside immediately. Let the stakeholders be called for a discussion. We would like to know why we getting shortages of sugar in Kenya. In fact, the Ministry of Agriculture should be the first person to say, now farmers, we need to sit down, we need to increase the production of the sugar. Not importing from Uganda. We are creating jobs for Ugandans. Where are our Kenyans? What do we need now as Kenyans? We need those agreements in the event they are there to be put public. Public needs to go to scrutiny. We don't need His Excellency to talk about sugar details, the sugar agreements. There's a Minister for Agriculture. Where is he? Why is he not talking?
News coming in from Mombasa indicates that 2 people have been killed following strong waves in the Indian Ocean coastline. The waves that started yesterday evening is said to have caused damage on the shores of the ocean. Our reporter in Mombasa, John Juma, joins us with the very latest. John Juma.
Yes, Najma.
Good afternoon. What's happening there at the moment?
Good afternoon, Najma. Yes, it's a very somber and painful mode in Kadongo area of Mshomoroni, Mombasa County, where a family has lost 2 children. A mother lost a son and also lost a grandson. This is after a mango tree fell on their house last night when the kids were entering the house. The mango tree fell because of the strong wind which has been blowing in Mombasa for a better part of yesterday night, causing lots of damages and destructions, not only in the Mshomoroni area, but also in other parts of Mombasa County. Now, the security officers have confirmed this incident. One of the child who died is a 15-year-old class 8 student, and the other one is, we confirmed to be a 2-year-old young boy. Right now, the process of removing the logs in the house are ongoing. 5 were taken to hospital. 1 is still admitted, but others were treated and discharged. Back to Najma.
John Juma, I can see property there has been damaged extensively. Are there any other casualties?
Yes, so that 5 people were taken to hospital. 1 is still admitted with some injuries, but others were treated and discharged.
John Juma, usually the weatherman gives warnings when such winds are about to happen. Did you receive any reports from the weatherman?
What we know from the weatherman are just the normal weather update, But this time, surprisingly, there was no advisory which they always give if they suspect that changes in the weather may cause damages. So what we have so far are the normal updates from the weatherman.
Do you have any leaders who have maybe visited that area?
Yes, pardon, come back again.
Are there any leaders who have visited the area?
Yes, we were informed that before our arrival at the scene, the area member of parliament, Kisauni area, that is Bezimba, was there. The authorities from the police have also been there. So from the local member of parliament, he has promised them that he will take care of the burial expenses.
But John Juma there will be keeping an eye on that story. Now, police are carrying out investigations to determine the cause of a road accident that resulted into the death of a Kisii University student in Kayole Estate here in Nairobi. It is alleged that the vehicle involved was being driven by a young man without a driving license. Fatma Pole reports.
A family in Kayole Estate in Nairobi is still in shock after losing their only child in mysterious circumstances. Their daughter, a Kisii University student, was allegedly walking in the estate when she was knocked down by a vehicle.
Msichana vile amefariki, haijulikani kama ilikuwa sort of grudge with the boy or was a normal accident.
Walikuwa wawili na aunti yake. Sasa mi aunti yake alinikujia kwa nyumba akiwa anapiga duru.
The family is still trying to piece up the puzzle of how the accident happened within the estate. This considering that the road on which it occurred is not a busy road.
Traffic wakaitwa, wakakuja, and then wakachukua mwili, tukafuatana nao mpaka police station, na kutoka hapo tukapewa askari moja mpaka KU.
It is alleged that the vehicle was being driven by a young man who resides in the estate. The young man is also said not to have a driving license. This raising even more questions as to how the young man ended up driving the vehicle and just what transpired before the accident.
Mwenye kupeana funguo alipea kijana funguo na hakuwa anajua kama kijana anajua kuendesha gari. So if it was a accident, normal accident. Hapo kuna mtu alifeel mwenye alikuwa amepewa jukumu ya hiyo gari.
They now want investigations to be carried out to find out what really happened. The girl's aunt, who was with her during the incident, escaped with injuries. Fatma Pole, KTN News.
CORD leader Raila Odinga has intensified efforts to resolve conflicts in counties under the coalition's control. Speaking in Taita Taveta, Raila was seen to be keen to ensure CORD unity leaders deliver so that CORD-led counties would have something to boast about. Raila has intervened in conflicts in Kisumu, Makueni, Nairobi and Nyamira counties. However, Motati MP Andrew Madime accused his Wundanyi counterpart Thomas Mwadechu for his negative criticism, which has been hindering development. Raila was on a special invitation by Governor John Murutu to join in the celebrations of success of Datu Fund, which is said is resulted by devolution.
While the challenges exist, there are no reason to fight devolution. Some county governments have done in 2 years what the national government was unable to do in 50 years.
Sometimes we've had differences in opinions, but for me what's more important is that when those opinions have occurred, we have gotten together, we've sat together, and jointly we have found a solution to the differences in opinion.
Munajua Uhuru ameua wakulima. Sisi kule Meru alisaini miradi ndawa ya kulevya tukapoteza market Ulaya. Simuliana hiyo. Leo hii anatumia military Somalia kufanya biashara. Kwa mfano analeta sukari. Ndiposa ukienda kila supermarket unapata iko na sukari yake, na hakuna supermarket iliyo na samba ya miwa, hakuna supermarket iliyo na kiwanda. Leo hii anatuambia Uganda ilete sukari, Uganda ambayo haina sukari yote. Mnakubaliana na hiyo? Mtasimama nyuma ya baba?
Lakini yai ukilivunja na nguvu za ndani, huwa ni mtoto wa kuku anatoka. Sasa ninaomba kama hawa viongozi wananchi hawezi kushikana, ninaombeni nipeni mamlaka, niwachape viboko wote, tusonge mbele.
And Deputy President William Ruto this morning attended a church service in Matungu. This is part of his Western Kenya tour this weekend. Our reporter Dorcas Wangira is keeping tabs on the DP's visit and now joins us via phone. Dorcas, what else is the Deputy President scheduled to do this afternoon?
Yes, Najma, after attending this service, he's expected to attend another function in Eldoret.
Dorcas?
Yes, I can hear you, Najma.
What are the implications of Ruto's visit to this area in the wake of the sugar row?
Well, his visit is already drawing the lines between CORD and Jubilee here. Well, this is believed to be a CORD stronghold, and already all the speakers have hinted towards moving closer to Jubilee.
What are some of the area residents saying about the Deputy President's visit? Have you been able to talk to them?
Yes, we have, Najma, and there are very many mixed reactions. There are those who say that he's welcome, he's representing the President, but there are others who are bitter with this whole sugar deal.
We cross over to Uganda, where the opposition continues to fight in realignment ahead of the country's 2016 general election. The opposition candidates are seeking to replace incumbent Yoweri Museveni, who is seeking re-election on the ruling NRM party. Let's catch up with the campaign politics in Uganda in this report from our television partner, NBS.
By 9 a.m. this morning, a group of UPC supporters loyal to the newly elected president, Honorable Jimmy Akena, stormed the party headquarters at Uganda House and forcefully evicted another function loyal to the former president, Raila Odinga. The angry group, led by the party Secretary General Honorable Fred Ebil, alleges that for the last 30 years, Odinga has been manipulating Milton Obote Foundation, a group managing the property by trust.
You are saying what? You are saying it's joking. It's joking. You are saying am I joking? You are here for who? No, he's here for who? You are not here for me. You knew it. Why did you call me? He's the one who is causing problems here. Who are you deployed here for? He's deployed here for who? You shoot.
These are non-party members who are ferried like Kanyamas from Chisenyi, ferried by the former party president, Ambassador Raila Odinga, who is in exile now. He's living in exile in America. But he's thinking of staging a coup using bandits. Some are even were high on drugs. So we had to deal with them with full force.
They are still sympathizing with the faction of Dr. Raila Odinga. That's why they closed 6th floor with the aim of actually evicting the new leadership of Uganda People's Congress.
They are concerned about Otuno's continued hold onto the office in the 9th floor, yet resigned 3 months ago.
Everybody in this country knows that Uganda House is the party headquarters and they are at 6th floor, not at 9th floor. So we were asking ourselves, how comes again a former president has been given an office? And how many offices are we having for Uganda People's Congress?
After losing control of the house in question, the Raila Odinga group tried to hire the services of city body builders, commonly known as Kanyamas, to regain the building, and a battle ensued.
Yes. What of those? Whatever they say, they were under orders. First sit down there. Which policeman? No, the boys. The boys where? Yeah, down there. And you are going. We are not going to leave you here. You will live here. You are living here, better. You must know that.
Police had to be immediately called in to rescue the situation and has taken charge of Uganda House, chasing away both factions.
No person should harm anybody. The building should be open and normal business should continue. Police shall take over the security of the building until otherwise.
Last evening, the ongoing National Council meeting sitting in Joker's Hotel in Weogerere resolved that MOF, that is dominated by Otunu loyalists, relieved of landlord roles at Uganda House. The party is to form a new administrative team to be announced soon.
The Board of Trustees also hires managers. Those ones will account to a new team of trustees that shall be appointed at the appropriate time by the party.
Pending all these conflicts, the party's National Council has appointed a 7-member committee to negotiate and reconcile the conflicting parties. Richard Olweny, Katagwa George, NBS Sunset.
The Nairobi Champions Cup entered its 4th round this weekend, with a number of teams recording mixed results in their pursuit to win this year's title. The organizers of the tournament have, however, expressed their delight in the crop of young talent that has been taking part in the tournament.
As the race for top honors in the Nairobi Champions Cup intensifies, it has become a battle of wits as teams chase the top spot. The competition, which is aimed at tapping talent in the grassroots level, saw Indomitable Lions book a quarter-final spot as the tournament entered the last 16 stage at the Nairobi Technical Grounds. In another encounter, Uptown edged out Kenafric to book a slot in the next round of the competition.
Na madhumuni ya kulonchi tournament ilikuwa ni tupatie vijana nafasi nyingine kando na league, whereby wanacheza ligi kila siku na pengine inaisha bila kuzawadiwa na vitu kama hizo. Tumekuwa na changamoto ya miaka mingi.
With the knockout stage ready to take effect from next week, the organizers have been impressed by the turnout in the tournament and the level of competition among the teams.
Kuna wenye wangekaa nyumbani saizi wangekuwa wanatumia drugs, wengine wangeingia udingo, lakini sasa hii tournament tuleta pamoja, tukienda mahali hiyo time ya kuenda kutumia drugs imekaa kando. Sasa tumepewa hiyo chance ya kucheza ball na kushow talent yetu pia.
The competition, which will run till October, will see the winner take home 1 million shillings, whereas the runners-up will be awarded a 250,000 shillings. The final will be played at the newly opened Kamtoyo Stadium. Abula Ahmed, KTN Sports.
Well, thank you for watching. Join me on KTN News for more news updates.